with time.
SYR TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning. Welcome in. It is 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, April 7th. Ryan and Rachel together again.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I was only gone 2 days. You missed me?
Not at all.
You guys act like I've been gone since September.
In case you missed it, we had an inflatable, Ryan.
Oh, I saw, yeah. The Q score was very high for that guy.
I'm sure it was.
People love the mustache. I'm working on mine.
Yeah, you need to. Chilly start today. And some snow there, right, Kate?
Absolutely, yeah. We are waking up feeling like winter again, but this might be kind of winter's last kind of gasp out there. At least after today, we really should not have any more days with high temperatures in the 30s. Of course, maybe a couple 40s here and there, but this really should be kind of our last kind of cold, wintry looking day. We are dealing with these bursts of snow. We got a clipper moving through right now. I know something we've grown very accustomed to talking about this winter. Quick little bursts of snow with some rain mixing in from Oswego straight down through Cato, Auburn, moving into the west side at the moment. I know we had a little burst here at our studios in East Syracuse about 30 minutes ago, giving a lot of you a quick coating of snow. Temperatures are quickly dropping too. We've been in the mid-30s overnight, but we're starting to lose ground. We'll spend the day in the 30s. These are typical high temperatures you see in January, early February, and so we are definitely taking things down a few notches before we climb out of this. Starting tomorrow, finally, more seasonable temperatures and even some 60s and 70s showing up on our 7-day forecast. I will have all of that for you coming up in just a few minutes.
From showing up to looking.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
All right, good morning, everybody. Here's what it looks like from the CATV Skynet 9 camera. This is in Baldwinsville, kind of dark over here, but you can really see how that snow is coming down, starting to coat the grassy areas a little bit on the trucks from Liverpool Pool and Spa. You can't really see out into the golf course just yet, too dark out. But this is what's happening right now with this burst of snow moving through. It is coating up a lot of the grassy areas, the windshields, the sidewalks, not necessarily the main roads, especially with temperatures that are just above freezing, like the Syracuse Airport's at 33 degrees. But still, there could be some slippery spots as you're heading out the door, especially within the next about hour or so. And we are spending the day in the low 30s. It is cold. This is more late January, early February kind of weather. And it's very windy today, too. We have a gusty west wind, which is making it feel more like the teens. So we are using our winter gear for this afternoon with temperatures barely getting into the mid-30s for those highs. But it's not snowing all day. It's only early this morning. Later today, we get more sunshine, so this snow has no chance of really sticking at all. Tonight's temperatures, it's cold. We're going to clear that sky out. The wind goes a little bit lighter, still a bit of a breeze, but our temperatures are dropping to the teens. We're going for a low of 18 in Syracuse, 21 Pulaski, 20 in Rome. The record is 15 degrees. That is likely going to stay, but it comes to show that it is going to be quite cold tomorrow morning, but then we rebound nicely with highs near 50 tomorrow, and then we end the week feeling more like spring in the mid-60s. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. It is looking beautiful. Still running a little bit below normal, but we're going in the right direction, where after we get through today's wintry weather, we will start to see more ups versus downs. So we're dealing with this burst of snow. We got a clipper moving through right now. Again, it's producing that quick coating on a lot of the untreated surfaces for you. You can see everything kind of wrapping on the backside of this, pushing through around lunchtime. The second half of the day is drying out. We will end the day with that sunshine, so have your sunglasses with you. And temperatures then begin to drop because our sky clears out, a little bit of a lighter wind, and we're waking up teens and 20s tomorrow. And then super bright and sunny tomorrow. In fact, the UV index is going to be a little bit on the higher end for tomorrow, so make sure you're trying to get back into the habit of putting on sunscreen if you don't already have that in your daily routine. Forecast snowfall, a coating at best. Higher elevations like the Tug Hill, maybe an inch, maybe 2. Even that's a little bit pushing it. But after today, there's not that much rain in our forecast, which is very good. That will help at least not worsen flooding conditions too much further after today. We're going to watch that carefully. Next chance of rain is Friday. It won't be much. Drier over the weekend, and then 70s to kick off next week.
Thank you, Kate. Right now it is...
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Another check at the radar. We are dealing with this quick burst of snow. We have a clipper moving through right now, and so that is giving us this burst of snow where everyone is getting at least a fresh coating of snow. A lot of the main roads and highways are just going to be wet for you, but a lot of untreated surfaces, a little bit of a dusting. So I know I haven't really changed things in a couple of weeks here. I feel like we've just been kind of circling the drain here between third winter and the pollinating. But once we get past today, I've really noticed a lot of the buds in the trees really bloom in the last couple of days. We're really going to see that take on by tomorrow. Got to get through our cold, wintry day today. Temperatures in the 30s, snow showers tapering off. A very windy one, especially up in Oswego. Feels like teens and 20s. Then we have 50 tomorrow, and lots of 60s and 70s on the way.
The crew will get some much needed time off today to rest.
You know, it's a good excuse if someone's like, can you hear me now? Nope, the moon's blocking my signal.
The moon got in the way.
Blocking my signal.
I know they're prepared for it, but that's still got to be an eerie feeling to be out there.
The photos coming out of that are just
They're unbelievable.
phenomenal. Just seeing something that has never been seen by human eye before.
I
Oh,
I think
Yeah, this is very
cameras,
cool.
Something like that, 13 cameras or something.
This has been a very exciting mission to watch, and NASA's doing a great job on Instagram, like keeping us in the loop.
For sure.
Keeping us in the lunar loop.
You missed me yesterday with those, She's trying to pick up for my bad dad jokes. Here we go. Welcome in, 5:31. You have the gang here. Ryan, Rachel, and Kate, and April. Is that you? Are you there? Anywhere?
February 7th. Right, Kate?
I mean, it's very typical for this time of the year to have snow. I mean, so it's just, it still hurts. You know,
just whatevs today.
It is, exactly. But once we get past today,
textbook term,
the worst, hopefully, fingers crossed, is behind us. I really, truly feel like today is going to be our last day with highs in the 30s. 40s, sure, but like highs in the 30s, though, I really think this is going to be it for us until the end of the year. And so we have this burst of snow coming through right now. It looks very, very wintry from some of our Skynet 9 cameras, too. Let me zoom it on in. You can see that bright yellow. There's a little bit of rain mixing in, too. But we are dealing with some snow. This is what it looks like in Oswego. A very familiar view we've seen a lot this winter. Temperatures are just above freezing for a lot of you. Some of you are below freezing like Hamilton and Watertown. So just watching out, a lot of secondary surfaces, untreated surfaces. This is sticking. It's going to be slushy. It's going to be wet for you. And then it is cold and windy the rest of the day.
We begin.
My daughter was...
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
All right, good morning, everybody. Here's a live view right now from the Catby Skynet 9 camera. Just a few minutes ago, this was just all white with that burst of snow that came through. But if we look, the ground, even our road right here, is snow covered. So some of the secondary roads, they are going to be a little slippery, a little snow covered for you. A lot of the main roads should be doing okay for you. But our temperatures have been dropping for the last couple of hours. We're sitting right at that freezing mark. It's been windy. The wind has kind of taken a little breather right now, but it is going to turn quite blustery later this morning. Our temperatures more reflective of January 7th versus April 7th around here. Then when you throw in the wind, it is feeling more like the teens and the 20s. Hopefully today's the last day that I have to show this graphic. I really don't want to show it again. High temperatures today, really struggling to get too much into the mid-30s for today. But once we get past this morning's snow showers, we do end the day brighter with more sunshine, a mostly clear sky tonight, and that really allows our temperatures to fall into the teens and low 20s. The record low for tomorrow is 15. That's probably going to be safe, but it is going to be quite quite chilly tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. Still cool, highs near 50, but then we end the week with some 60s. Really feeling like spring around here with those highs steadily climbing through the 40s, topping off near 50 for tomorrow. And it's not very windy tomorrow, too, so it's probably going to feel warmer than what the thermometer will actually read. Here's what's happening on the radar. We have this burst of snow moving through right now where you see the bright yellow. Some of those bigger, fat snowflakes, but also probably mixing with a little bit of rain in some spots, too. Mostly the higher elevations seeing any accumulation worth anything around here. But this is quickly moving through. We still have some lake effect going on upwind of us. That cold air settling in for today and tonight before it quickly retreats for the rest of this week. So we're dealing with these snow showers at least through about the mid-afternoon. Then we end the day with that sun, the evening commute looking a lot better around here. And then that sky clears out. We wake up tomorrow morning bright and sunny and cold. In the afternoon, we'll warm it up pretty nicely, though. Well, compared to the last few days with those highs up near 50 degrees. But it's bright and sunny, so you can't take that from us. Any snow that falls has no chance at surviving the afternoon. Just with the higher sun angle, temperatures just above freezing, it's not going to stick around. The rest of this week, Thursday, very nice. It's breezy with highs in the mid-60s. We have a little bit of rain coming in on Friday, some morning drizzle on Saturday, so it's cooler behind that cold front. Then we'll see increasing sun during the day. Highs are back into the 60s on Monday, with warmth building for early next week with highs in the 70s. It's only really sticking on untreated surfaces. You can see it's barely even sticking to the grass there. This is just outside of Sylvan Beach. A lot of the roads, it's melting on contact. So it really just depends on where you are, elevation, your temperature. Current standings, I mean, obviously we're going to win the Golden Snowball Contest. I mean, there's just no contest here, but we're sitting at 141.4 inches, in case you're curious. There's that burst of snow coming in right now, big fat flakes. It is sticking to a couple of spots, so just a heads up. But even when this snow moves up and out of here this morning, it's going to melt this afternoon, but it's cold. Low 30s, wind chills in the teens. It better be the last time I say that until at least November.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yesterday you said we were at the light with our blinker on. We got to just make the turn.
Making the turn.
Quick. Get off that exit. All right, quickly to our question of the day. We have
TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning. Welcome in. It is 6 o'clock on a Tuesday, April 7th. You got Ryan and Rachel with you, and it might be April 7th, but we are tracking two-hour delays right now, Oswego City and Hannibal schools.
Yeah. April snow showers bring May flowers, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's go over to Kate, who's tracking it all for us.
Listen, I'm not a plant person, but I've heard that this is called poor man's fertilizer. With the snow, I've heard that term before. Correct me if I'm wrong. It really just depends on where you are. On the left hand, you see Sylvan Beach, minor accumulations going on in the grassy areas. It has been really coming down with big fat flakes over on the right hand side up at SU. And we are looking at Oswego. They had a lot of big bursts of snow come through, maybe about 30 minutes ago. The roads are slick and snow covered, which is likely why they are on a 2-hour delay where that snow has been sticking. So please be careful. A lot of these secondary roads are going to be slippery. A lot of spots, though, once we get that sun up and that snow winds down, things will melt very quickly, though, especially in these main roads. We're hovering right around that freezing mark at 32 degrees. There's the radar, that clipper moving through. We have more snow on the backside of this, that lake effect still hanging on. Big fat flakes on the east side up through Bridgeport, Chittenango, Sylvan Beach as well, where we just saw our photographer live. Temperatures, again, we're hovering around the freezing mark. And that's going to be like that for the rest of the day, too. It is cold. It is windy. Feels like temperatures in the teens. I mean, this feels more like the middle of winter instead of early April. But after today, things start to look up and feel more like spring. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good snowy Tuesday. This is live in Sylvan Beach, where you can see the flooding situation that's been going on along Oneida Lake, especially on the northern shoreline. So this is on the northern end of Sylvan Beach. And then you have the big fat flakes coming down on top of it. After today, we really don't have much precipitation in the forecast for the next 7 days, just a little bit here and there. So the flooding situations that's going on, we still have a handful of flood warnings going on statewide. Things shouldn't really get worse, but the lack of rain just will kind of help ease things a bit in the next couple of days. But we are looking right now at the CATV Skynet 9 camera in Oswego. This was very snowy about 30 minutes ago, but things have settled down a little bit. Even this road was completely snowed over. We're starting to see some pavement. Oswego City Schools is one of the districts in Oswego County on a 2-hour delay. Hannibal is another one. 33 degrees. I just had a viewer call me from Fulton. He's like, yeah, we got about an inch of snow on the ground. Very gusty winds, so it feels cold outside. It feels like January outside as opposed to April. There's that clipper moving through right now. We have that quick burst of snow, big fat flakes falling from the sky right now, happening from Sackett's Harbor to Henderson Harbor down towards Adams, Sandy Creek, Pulaski, extending over from Florence, Camden. Going into Vienna, there's our shoreline going on right there. Chittenango, big fat flakes happening right now, and this is extending, just passing through Pompey and Fabius. This is pushing through very quickly, drawing in some chilly air for today. Our temperatures are stuck around 30 degrees. This is more than 20 degrees below normal for the average high temperature for this point in early April. We should be in the low 50s. That's not happening until at least tomorrow. And it's going to be nice and clear tonight, so it's not snowing all day. We'll even end the day with some sun, but these clear skies are going to allow those temperatures to drop. It is cold tomorrow morning in the teens to near 20. Highs tomorrow near 50, and then we end the week with some 60s. So some spring-like weather is not that far away. Got to get through today, and then we'll be treated to a bright sunny day with highs up near 50 for tomorrow. We got to get through this first. There's that burst of snow. It's pushing through the Mohawk Valley here within the next hour. You can see that rotation of the low of that clipper moving through. So still some bursts of snow, at least through the mid-morning, through the afternoon. Second half of the day, though, features drier weather, and then we get that sunshine in here. So have your sunglasses for your evening commute, and then we're going to wake up tomorrow morning bright and sunny and cold, and then we'll keep it bright and sunny throughout the day. Cool, but not bad. Not as windy tomorrow, too. So our highs up around 50. Shouldn't feel too bad. But yeah, a lot of us are picking up a solid coating to even an inch and two in parts of Oswego County and the higher elevations. But after today, I really hope we're done with all the winter weather, which I really, truly feel like we are. We could get some days sprinkled with highs in the 40s, but as far as highs in the 30s, I really think today is it until the end of the year.
And what a 7-day that is. We have a 72 at the end of the 7th day.
It was a very
so April.
And we wonder why we're all sick.
Yeah.
This is why.
It's wild.
All right. Obviously, UConn was in the national championship game last night. They lost. Syracuse fans won't feel bad about that. So we're asking this for question of the day.
How about your forecast first? Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
And another check at this radar. We got this burst of snow moving on through here. We have some lake effect forming on the backside of this with temperatures. It's going to be chilly today. So getting you out the door, we have our sunrise happening in 10 minutes at 6:36. You want to dress warm again today. Winter coats, they are needed. But after today, you can probably swap it out for some more spring-like attire. We have highs only in the low 30s and feels like temps in the teens and 20s. Tomorrow, still a bit cool. We're not going up too high too quickly, but by Thursday and Friday, we have highs in the 60s. A little bit of a dip over the weekend, but still not bad in the 50s. And then we have some real nice spring warmth forming late end of this weekend through the start of next week. And this springtime warmth is looking like it is sticking around. We are finally going to enter some real spring weather around here to close out the month of April. We all said about time. This winter has been long enough. Yeah.
You know, somebody was saying on Facebook when I posted some of the fat flakes outside, saying, don't forget, I think it was 4 years ago, they got like 8 to 10 inches in Cortland County, but in mid-April. So she posted a photo.
Fine. The average last date for measurable snowfall is April 11th.
Okay.
And it's kind of like you said, too, like it feels weird because it's April, but it's really not that weird. I feel like we say this every year.
It's normal to see it.
Yeah. You just don't like
stinks
it.
every time.
I took
just
my
don't
daughter
like it.
home from the hospital 10 years ago,
Yeah.
April 8th, in snow squalls. So,
This hits different when you see like the spring plants trying to pop through
I
and then
know.
the snow comes
And when
down.
you've had a 70-degree day, and you're just like, come on.
This is true. All right,
Okay.
quickly, let's get to our question of the
Sorry.
day. We're talking basketball. And after about 45 minutes, the crew will get some much-needed time off today to rest. So there's bad service out there by the moon.
Use that as your next excuse. Can you hear
Sorry.
me now? The moon keeps blocking
I
my,
know.
my signal.
Even though they did expect it, I'm sure that was still like an eerie thing.
I
feeling
know.
like no communication and
can you imagine everyone back at Houston like, okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay, they're back.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But that felt better when they obviously said, "We got you now." Welcome in. It is April 7th, and we are dealing with February-type weather today.
Yeah, these are fat flakes we're seeing out here.
I mean,
How
because
about
why
that?
not, right?
A fresh coating for many, including
Exactly.
Sylvan Beach.
Sylvan Beach, they are dealing with not only some really catastrophic flooding happening in some of those spots along Oneida Lake. Very common for this time of year, but when you've had so much rain lately,
There's the
on
pond.
top of the snow melt, especially the folks on the northern shoreline, Lakeshore Drive, have been seeing has been really struggling with the flooding lately. And so our thoughts are definitely with everyone there dealing with that. Good news, bad news. I mean, bad news, obviously, we're dealing with some snow, so we're adding on to all that. And some of these roads could be a little slippery. But after today, there's not a lot of precipitation to add to the existing flooding problem. So things not really getting better, but at least they won't be getting too much worse. All right, you can see that snow on the radar. Fat flakes moving through Oneida, Verona, up from Rome to Lee, heading out into the Mohawk Valley. We got temperatures just cold enough to support this snow. But once that sun comes up, this snow does not stand a chance to stick around. It is going to melt very quickly today, despite it being cold and windy. After today, though, spring is finally going to spring on us. We're going to talk more about our slight warm-up on the way coming up in a few minutes.
All right, keep a look at the bottom of your screen there.
Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good snowy Tuesday morning. This is live from the CABV Skynet 9 camera in Oswego. Oswego City Schools, 2-hour delay. APW and Hannibal, all on a 2-hour delay. A lot of spots in Oswego County picked up anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of snowfall overnight. Big fat flakes came through within the hour, and it's left a blanket of snow. I've noticed some real big improvement on this road right here. That was completely snow covered about an hour ago, and now it's all cleared up. And that's going to be the case. The snow that is falling, yeah, it's sticking to a lot of the grassy areas, untreated surfaces, especially these secondary roads. They are going to be slick and slippery for you, but now that the sun is up, this snow doesn't have a chance. It's sticking around for too much longer around here. Quick burst of snow that's now pushing. Just went through Pulaski, going through Watertown right now, up near Loudville, up and down 81 from Watertown to Adams. Just heard from our weather watcher in Sandy Creek. They picked up about 1 to 2 inches as well. Extending out towards Boonville. No, Kathy in Verona Beach, she just emailed in. They picked up about 3/4 of an inch of snow out there, and extending down into parts of Cortland and Shenango counties. This is our clipper that's moving through. Just when you thought we were done with them. Nope, we still have the snow, and it is bringing in cold air. Temperatures in the 30s. Better be the last time I show this graphic. Let me tell you, I'm sick of showing it. We got highs only in the low 30s. This is typical for maybe early January, not so much April. Of course, we get days like this almost every year in April. It's not uncommon, but it still hurts, especially when you're wanting spring so much. We have high temperatures only in the 30s. Tonight's lows, it's pretty cold when you wake up tomorrow morning. Clear sky, dipping down to the teens to near 20 degrees, but we rebound pretty nicely. Highs near 50 tomorrow, and then we're closing the week in the 60s. So let's enjoy the sunshine that we get tomorrow, and then finally spring comes at the end of the week. So we're dealing with this last push of those bursts of snow where it's coming down pretty quickly. Still dealing with snow showers at least for the midday this afternoon. Evening commute's a lot drier. We get some sunshine, so have your sunglasses. Then our sky clears out. Temperatures drop right off. We get that radiational cooling going on. We wake up pretty cold in the morning tomorrow, but then we can enjoy that sunshine. Temperatures climbing through the 40s with highs up around 50. And because it's sunny and not very windy, it's actually going to feel probably warmer than what it'll show on the thermometer. But yeah, easily a coating to an inch or two of snowfall. A lot of us are waking up to this morning. Not really going to tack on a whole lot for the rest of the day, and no more snow after today. Well, hopefully. We'll see what May brings. But at least for the next 7 days, we're done with it. And really also good news, not much rain happening too. So we don't want to make the flooding conditions worse, which it shouldn't. I don't think things are really going to resolve in the next week or so, but things really shouldn't get worse than what they are right now in the next couple of days.
Okay, that's good news.
So that's good, but we're going to keep a close eye.
For sure. All right, let's bounce the ball over to our question of the day.
Hail to the victors. Oh, my Go Blue friends and family out there. All right, here's what it looks like right now. We are seeing blue and maize on the radar this morning, too, with the big fat flakes from our Clipper system moving through. It's moving right now into Lewis County, into the Mohawk Valley, and extending down towards Madison, Shenango, and Cortland counties. And it dropped a decent amount of snowfall in some spots. A healthy coating in Baldwinsville, but places in Oswego County, I mean, you were waking up to a couple of inches of snowfall, which is why some of those districts are delayed. We'll be dealing with these snow showers throughout the morning. This afternoon is drier, but it's cold. Low to mid-30s. Feels like temps, teens and 20s. Very cold tomorrow morning, but sunny, highs near 50 tomorrow, and then 60s on Thursday and Friday. A little bit of rain on Friday, morning drizzle Saturday. The weekend's looking pretty good, though, and then we got several 70s coming at us next week.
Oh, bust out the shorts. Here we go. I think we're all ready for that, for sure. Take care, folks. Join us at 7 o'clock for our 7 a.m. news on ITheir Plus. And watch your wheels. It is slick and sloppy out there.